Here's what this looks like with us. Want to walk through how we'd set you up and get your start session on the calendar today?
What if Alex Hormozi himself closed sales for your business 24/7, handling all objections, capturing all leads, and booking all appointments? Well, today I'm going to show you how I built that in just 10 minutes. I'll walk you through the entire setup of your own high-performing and realistic AI sales agent. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Azim. I do many things voice AI, from working with top insurance and finance companies to booking in tens of thousands of dollars in opportunities for businesses in just a matter of a few days. If by the end of this video, you want a voice agent like this, just book a free intro chat with my team using the calendar link I dropped in the description. And if you're looking to learn about voice AI, make sure to join my free school community where I have 30 additional templates for voice agents, plus many other resources that I don't share on this channel. And now, let's get straight into the video. So here I am inside of ElevenLabs, the new best platform for voice AI and conversational agents. And as you can see here, I've built the inbound Alex Hormozi sales AI assistant. Of course, it wouldn't be a Hormozi AI if it wasn't intended for a fitness program where the AI has a chance to handle people's objections, pitch an offer, as well as book appointments. So for this particular use case, it's a brand called Sportresso Fitness, and what it's attempting to do is book people into a calendar for their first appointment. So now let me actually go ahead and walk you through this entire build. So first things first, I just created a simple first message for the system. This doesn't really matter. What really matters is obviously the system prompt. You can get this entire system prompt for completely free by joining my free school community, where I'll have it in my resources section. And once you've copied the system prompt from the resources section, go ahead and also download the n8n workflow file that I've provided there as well. So what you're going to do is you're going to download the file. You're going to sign in or sign up to n8n. And then once you've created a new workflow, just click on these three dots, click on import from file, and upload that file. If you're new to n8n and you want to sign up, make sure to use the link I've dropped in the description to get 2 weeks of it for free. So go ahead, just copy that prompt and paste it here into ElevenLabs. After you've done that, the next thing you're going to do is just go ahead and set up your time zone. So in this case, I've already added the system time into the prompt so the AI agent actually knows what the current time is. But what you're going to have to do is just simply select your time zone, make sure it's correct so that the AI can book appointments based on your time zone. Next up, for the LLM, you can choose something like GPT-5. It's relatively cheap. It's going to get the job of speaking like a human done quite well. So you can keep it at something like that. For the temperature, you can set it to be more creative because obviously we want it to speak realistically and seem human. And for the tools, this is what we're going to be spending the bulk of our time on. So for the tools, you can enable the end call tool, the detect language tool, as well as the skip turn tool, which are all built into ElevenLabs itself, so there's no setup required. But then we're going to have to set up 2 custom tools. For those of you who are new to ElevenLabs, custom tools are basically actions that you can use to call something like a webhook, for example. So inside of this n8n workflow over here, I have a webhook, which is exactly what our voice agent is going to be using for retrieving available times and booking appointments. So the first thing we're going to go ahead and do is just set up our check times tool. So essentially over here, it's going to return the availability of a preferred time of a caller for a 45-minute consultation from our Google Calendar. For the method, we're going to select our post method because what we're doing is we're posting the results that the voice agent gets from the conversation right into n8n. For the URL, this is the webhook link I was talking about before. Essentially, inside of n8n, if you click into your webhook, you can find your URLs here. For the sake of simplicity, I'm just going to click on production URL, copy that, and then I'm going to go back to my ElevenLabs and paste in the URL here. So as a quick note, what we're doing is we're posting or transferring the results to this exact link, and this link is associated with this webhook. So all of the information from the conversation actually goes ahead into our n8n workflow. From here, you can go ahead and scroll down. What we're going to have is just a property that we're passing along to our webhook. So for this tool, we have only one property, that is preferred time. So this is the date and time of a start time they'd prefer to book their entry appointment in. So you're just going to copy this entire description, click on save, and you're all done with this tool. Next up, we're going to set up our book calendar tool. It does exactly what you would think it does. It books a 45-minute time slot into a calendar using the caller's requested time, their full name, as well as their email address. Once again, the method is post, and we're sending all of this information to the same exact webhook link inside of n8n. For the body parameters, and those are once again things that will be collected by the voice agent. So it's going to be the requested time for the booking, the full name of the caller, the email address, as well as the description. And over here, what you're going to do is just list out those properties one by one and then give them the exact same description. And then just copy the details we initially had over here and then paste it into each of these description fields. So you're going to have the requested time description, the email address description, as well as the full name description. And once you've done that, go ahead and click on save. And after that, feel free to set up any other things that you would like in the agent. So for example, if you want it to have an additional language, you can add all of these languages, for example, and then also change the voice of the agent. But after you've done that, we've actually set up the entire agent inside of ElevenLabs. And now let's just head into n8n and set up the relatively simple workflow that powers everything behind the scenes. So as we had set up inside of ElevenLabs, over here we have this webhook that's going to receive information every time the voice agent decides to call one of our tools. So as you can see here, if I go inside, this is exactly what ElevenLabs gives us. And as you can see here, this is the body that we were just configuring a few minutes ago, and it has all of this information. So caller wants a 45-minute session. So you have the description, the requested time, the email address, as well as the full name. After all of that is done, we move on to the extract parameters module. Essentially, this is a simple code that goes ahead and retrieves all of the information from our body over here. And then what it does is it passes this information into this module, which, as you can see, goes ahead and routes the workflow to the correct path. And the way we determine that, if we go inside of here, is by checking what information the webhook had. So if you recall, this extract parameters module was in charge of extracting all of the properties that we set up before. So the check times tool had a property called preferred time, and the book calendar had a property called requested time. And so what we're doing is we're identifying whether the property preferred time or the property requested time was passed into the webhook. So if it was preferred time, we automatically know that the check times tool was used. If it was requested time, we know that the book calendar tool was used. And depending on that, we're actually able to get the availability or create the actual booking. What these two modules do is they basically go ahead and add 45 minutes to the time that we mentioned to the voice agent. So when I was testing this before, I said that I want to book at 9 a.m. So logically, this module would go ahead and add 45 minutes to 9 a.m. to get 9:45 a.m. Then after that, it would use those two times as a start time and the end time. And that would be what allows us to check the availability for a 45-minute time slot. This code node over here would do pretty much the same. And then it passes that on to this create booking module, which we can actually see what it did. So what it does is it just gets the start time, gets the end time to book the appointment in. And then after that, it adds a description and a summary of the calendar. So your task for this particular workflow is to just go ahead and connect your Google Calendar to this entire setup. The way you're going to do that if you're new to n8n is just go ahead to the credential to connect with inside one of the calendar modules. You're going to click into it and then you're going to click on create new credential. When you click on that, you're going to be put into this screen. So what you have to simply do is go ahead and sign in with Google. n8n is just asking for access to your Google account. So go ahead and give it that. And once it says that the connection was tested or created successfully, click into this calendar field over here, select the correct email that you have, and then here you're good to go. For the create booking, you have already created the credential. So for the credential, you're just going to connect the same one that you just had, choose the correct calendar, and from there you're good to go. So now let's actually have a conversation with the Hormozi sales agent.
Hey there, Brendan from Sports Resso. How can I help you today?
My name's Azim. I came from your Facebook ad, and I was just interested in your 90-day fitness program.
Azim, this is Brendan. You opted in from Facebook. Wanted to make sure you weren't a crazy person from the internet, huh? And see if now is still a good time. Quick plan for this call. Figure out what you were hoping to get, see if it's a fit, and if so, get you started today. Sound good? What made you reach out today?
Yeah, I mean, that sounds good. I wanted to reach out today because I was just looking to gain some more muscle. And I read your reviews, and other people seem to have a decent experience.
Got it. So building muscle is the main goal, and the social proof gave you confidence. How long have you been trying to put on size? What have you tried so far, and what's been the sticking point? Also, where do you want to see the most change? Chest, back, legs, arms? And what would a clear win 90 days from now look like for you?
Yeah, so before I've tried many other programs, obviously with no results, but something that would look good for me by the end of the 90 days is just me feeling more alive, and yeah.
So it sounds like you've tried multiple programs with little to show for it, and in 90 days you want to feel better and more alive. How long has this been going on? And what specifically hasn't worked in those past programs? Training plan, nutrition, or consistency? Where do you feel most stuck right now? And how is it affecting your day-to-day energy or confidence? If we nail this, what changes on your body would make it obvious it's working by week 12?
Yeah, so I've been doing it for a few months now. I'm not really sure about the specifics of the goal. I just want to kind of go with the flow, see how this program helps me out, and yeah.
Totally fair. You've been at it for a few months, results haven't landed, and you want a structured path that actually makes you feel and look better without overthinking the target. Here's what this looks like with us. Evidence-based training matched to your schedule, simple nutrition targets so you actually recover and grow, and weekly check-ins so nothing slips. People like you use it to go from spinning wheels to stronger, visibly fuller in the right places in about 12 weeks. Want to walk through how we'd set you up and get your start session on the calendar today?
Sounds like a good idea. Let's go ahead and do that.
Perfect. What time today works for your 45-minute start session? Morning, midday, or late afternoon? If you have a specific time in mind, tell me your time zone too, and I'll check it.
I'm in the Eastern time zone. I'm in New York City. I was thinking maybe Monday at 11 a.m.
Great. Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern is open. To lock it in, what's your full name as you want it on the invite, and what's the best email to send details and reminders?
You can just put Azim. It's spelled A-Z-I-M.
Got it. Azim spelled A-Z-I-M. What's the best email address for the invite and reminders? Also, do you want me to include a phone number for text reminders or just email is fine?
Just email is fine. My email is azim@gmail.com.
You're locked for Monday, October 13th at 11 a.m. Eastern for 45 minutes. Invite is going to azim@gmail.com. Quick heads up for the session. Come with your typical week schedule, access to a gym or home setup Baba details, and a rough idea of foods you like. Anything else you need from me before then?
No thanks. I think I'm good for this time. Thank you. Bye-bye, Brendan.
Awesome, Azim. You're all set for Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern. I'm looking forward to helping you build muscle and feel great. Anything else I can help with before we wrap?
So as you saw there, the AI checked the availability and booked me in for an appointment in real time. So it does have a small issue with knowing how my name is spelled, but regardless, it captures the information correctly. For the description, it correctly knows that I'm an inbound lead from Facebook, goes ahead, lists my goal, and just outputs a really simple summary that can then directly be used in the actual appointment to close the lead. As you saw there, the voice agent spoke like a complete human. I was very surprised to hear that it was saying things like checking in that you're a real person and then laughing about it, and doing many other things. But on a serious note, I do hope that you got something out of this video. And once again, if you're a business owner that's interested in getting your own Hormozi sales AI, feel free to book a simple intro chat using the calendar link in the description with my team so we can discuss this in more detail. And if you're someone who's once again looking to learn more about voice AI, my school community is also going to be linked down there in the description. So go ahead and check that out. I do wish you a nice rest of your day. Cheers. Bye.